I'm off Monday and Tuesday, so I'm good. Am I going to do a lot of stuff? Probably not. I'm going to catch up as usual. So right now, probably going to run to the store and get some cat food and save some. There's a discount going on. I got to get it. There's something going on. So I got to find my coupon. But yeah, that's it. I'm so happy that it's like maybe, how cold is it? It's 39 degrees, people. Woo! I gotta be honest with you. I'm so happy. I'm smiling. The sun is out. It's bright. And I'm just really, really happy. I'm opening the window. Maybe I should just shut it so I don't make any noise. I hope everyone is doing well. I truly do. Tonight is Friday, and there's actually an RV show or an expo for, what is it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Happy Tiger. Hello, hello. I'm thinking of going, but I don't think I can walk, so I'm going to check it out. Happy Friday. I know it's like, happy Friday, baby. I'm just so happy. You have no idea. I'm done. My knee's been bothering me, so it's like, it's so painful that I'm exhausted from it. But I got to do what I got to do. I got to do some things, and I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I might just rest and relax and just go with the flow. I don't know. My brother said he's coming over tomorrow, but if he comes over tomorrow, I said, listen, I got a live at 3, so I got to be ready by 2. I don't want to chase you out, but you don't want to be on video, so you're good. And that's it. I'm trying to think what else is going on. My Nightbot's here. I still didn't fix that. But yeah, so that's it. I'm doing well. And I'm just so happy. I actually done a video. I didn't do it. I wrote it at work. I wrote it at work. So I was working, but I was also writing. So I want to do a video tonight, and it's basically about Valentine's Day, because you got to remember, this is my first Valentine's Day without Steve. And I'm sad, and honestly, this morning, I had that, when I was in the hospital, I was leaving, I felt that all of a sudden, that hopelessness and that feeling of a hole. Well, all of a sudden this morning, I felt like that for like a second. I talked, I teared up, and then I got moved on from it. But I was just thinking about, it's Valentine's Day. And even though we really didn't do much, we always were together. We always, made cards, holiday cards, Valentine's Day cards, and always bought him candy, always. And I used to eat my candy fast. He would eat it for weeks, and I'd be stealing his candy because he would eat one piece at a time. Portia Wiggins, how are you, hun? I hope you're having a blessed day, and I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I'm not going to write what you said, but I'm happy you are here. If you need a place to stay, we're here. I'm here, baby. I'm here. If you're lonely or you need someone to talk to. Krista, hi. That's funny. My candy test for many months. Oh, lasts for you. See, no, mine didn't. With Steve, he would always get mad. And it was funny because after he had passed away, he was hiding his candy. So when I opened up under the drawers, I found candy. I found an Almond Joy with nuts. I was like, Steve. And I didn't want to eat it. And I don't, because I'm thinking, well, it had to be from like March. It had to be almost like Easter candy, but it wasn't Easter candy. I don't know what it was. I was maybe Christmas candy, because I always had stockings for him and stuff. Hello, Ellen. I hope you're having a blessed day. Alice Adams. Yes, I'm doing good. I'm so, so happy. It's Friday. I'm off for 2 days. There's a lot of things I wanted to accomplish, but I didn't accomplish. I'm probably not going to accomplish anything, but I am going to go and pick up some cat food because there's a coupon. But now I can't find the coupon. I think it was $40. It was $8 off, and then it was like another. The cans of cat food were so cheap, so they were like maybe like 70 to 80 cents. It says Silent Rob Stop Motion. How are you, hun? It says, I'm so sorry for your loss. I lost my brother last year in July and my parents when I was 19. Grief is rough, but you're doing the best that it looks like, and you seem pretty cheery right now. I'm always am, Silent Rob, I find that when he had first passed, I really just needed, let me just shut this off because it's almost 40 degrees. I needed that time alone. I didn't really want to talk to anybody. People would call me, and I had to do it at my own pace until I was ready. And I got there. But I find at certain times, and it's like maybe that 20 to 15% is the time that if I'm live and I'm crying, it was because something set me off. And that's what it basically is. I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I know some people, they were never able to move on from that loss. And I understand it, I get it, but I will not let it take over my life in a way, because I took care of my husband for 14 and a half years. Now I can cry, but I'm not gonna. But it was like, and I don't regret any of it, but there was a lot of things in my 40s when he had finally passed. I was 61 and 60. And that was hard because we were like 45, 46 years old. And I would do it all again for him. But I can't live in the past. In my heart, I can. And I can think about this, but I need to move on, and I understand it. And it is so hard. And I can't judge you. I can't judge this person. I can't judge anybody because everybody is different. And like I said, the day that I went to the hospital for my pre-admission testing, I was crying like a baby, and I showed it. That was how I was feeling. And the anger that I showed was how he had passed, and I did it. And this morning, see, I could cry, but I'm not gonna. It's my first Valentine's Day without him. And that's hard. It really is hard. But and it wasn't just about him. Valentine's Day to me was not a celebration of just like having a man. You know, I hate to say my celebration was for my parents. We used to go out to Pennsylvania, or we would go to around where I lived. There was a candy store, and I wrote this whole script, and it was more about like having the smell of the candy. And my husband, he always loved the chocolate toffee, a crunch, and he would get the little round. I didn't put that down on the video. I just remember just now. It was like chocolate. It had like the little Perels. He loved Perels, and he loved the dark chocolate Perels. And I remember I used to get mine. I could eat it in 2 days, and I'd be done. And then I try to sneak it. He's always yelling at me for that. He didn't notice it, but it was a lot of time, and it was like, you know what I mean? Like he would hide it. But my son, he was a different generation. He loved the Sour Patch Kids. He loved the brain freeze ones, those ones that fuzz, they fuzz up. And I think he liked the Reese's peanut butter cups. But I was like a turtle girl. I wanted the turtles, but I wanted it with cashews. I wanted it with any kind of nut. With chocolate, I was fine and I was done. But we used to do that with my mother. My father wanted black licorice. I always used to get him the licorice. Out of all the things he could eat, he liked licorice. And I used to do that. And to me, when I think of Valentine's Day, I think of when I was young with the cards. I used to give everybody cards. I used to mail cards out and everything. Well, they don't do that no more. And the word is passé. So, you know, I understand your feeling about losing, and to be honest with you, losing your parents at 19 is very, very difficult because you're out of school and you're just learning about life, whether you want to go to college, you want to get a job, or whatever you want to do. It was very, very hard. And then losing your brother last year must have been hard because I don't know if you have any other siblings, but if that was your last thing with somebody, you know, with your family, unless you have aunts and uncles, I get where you're coming from. And I think it's good that you share your emotions. And I think it's very important to share because I have met other people, the other creators who have lost their husbands, their spouse, their mothers, their grandmother, their parents. I lost my mother, and I have to say I was probably in my I would have to say like 40 or like early 40s. And I was very blessed because my mother had me when she was like, not 70, she was 35, 36. So it was like going to school. My mother was older compared to the other mothers. So it was older. So I just remember that. But losing my mother, I don't even remember like holidays. I didn't really put up Christmas trees. And I feel bad because the person that suffered the most was my son, because we didn't have, my husband and I always used to have a great big, with the lights. We used to participate. We won one year with the lights and the Christmas. And the one year that she had passed away that year, I think I left my Christmas tree up to July. It had all dust on it, but I couldn't help it. I was that devastated because it was sudden. It was a heart attack. I wasn't expecting it. And she was my mother. Like, it was my mom. Like, it was hard. It was hard. Let me just go in here. It says, Alice, don't look for the coupon. I'll show up when you're not thinking of it. It'll show up. Exactly. Well, that's why I did the live. I figure I'll worry about it later. It says, looks like Patty. All right. So I think this was being really mean. So I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not even going to say it. Not worth it. Alice, Ellen, my man passed in 2002, and then I had brain surgery in 2010 and started my long 13 years of taking care of my mom. You're doing good. It's okay to cry. I know. And is your mom still alive, hon? Alice, is your mom? I'm so sorry to hear about your husband, and you had brain surgery, because with the brain surgery in 2010, I don't know what it was for, but it's touching the lobe. You can be forgetful. You can forget things. It's hard. Your coordination could be off. There could be 100 things, and I hope you're everything. I hope you are fine. And I just want to say that you are. I'm going to cry because you're a very special kind of person, Alice. You really are, to take care of your mother, because being in the hospital with Steve, I had seen, and him being in rehabilitation and everything else, I have seen some senior citizens and older people with no one, and no one comes. And the hope in them, it's it's like just waiting for someone to come. And they have a lot of excuses for their children. But to me, I took care of my father. I took care of everybody. There is no excuse. You have to make time. If my son says, oh, I'm busy doing this, you know what? Calm down, sit down, and take care of your business. Your first priority is your family. Of course, your wife, but your family. So I don't want to hear that I'm so busy I can't do anything, because my husband was sick. I had 2 to 3 jobs, and I always came home and I cooked, did the dishes. I took care of my father. I took care of 2 people. And I did that for 3 years. I was doing all kinds of things. So I don't want to hear everybody's problems that I don't have enough time. You make the time, and that's it. I have no compassion or anything for certain people for that. So Alice, my hat off for you, because there's a lot of people that don't do that for their parents, and it's hard. And I love you for that, and I appreciate you. And if nobody ever tells you thank you, I thank you for taking care of your mother. I truly do, because I know what it's like. And even though people say, oh, he was such a burden, my husband, no, he was never a burden. I took care of him because I loved him to the end. So that was that. Now Brenda Huckleby said hello. And hello to you. Alice says, Brenda, hello. Brenda says, how are you doing? I'm doing good. It's Friday. And I'm done. It's the weekend. I have a live with Desi Reb on Saturday at 3. And I have one at 11. I think 10 or 11. And I have one with local reviewer on Sunday at 3. So I'll put that all in my community page. We have Ricky J. Cuddly Bear. Alice, how are you? Sub to you. That's very nice. Silent stop motion. The loss of my parents are really tough. My dad shot my mom and then himself, and my brother passed from kidney failure. I miss them a lot, but I'm doing my best by keeping on going. Absolutely. And the circumstances of what had happened is very traumatic for a 19-year-old. And I'm giving you hugs for you. I'm giving you a half a heart because I'm holding my phone. But I hear you. I feel you. And I hope you do have peace and doing the best that you can. Hopefully you have a family, or you have friends, or someone that you can talk to. And, for me, I find that it's lonely. But I mean, I have my son. I have my friends. I never want to get married ever again. I never want to. I want my peace. And for me, it's like I do different things, and sometimes I have fun, but sometimes I'm numb to it at home. I'm gonna leave it at that. But my heart goes out to you, hon. And you know what? The circumstances with your parents is very hard, and I hope you're okay. And if you can't deal with it, maybe talk to someone. And if you're fine and you're good and you're strong and you're moving on, and I'm not saying moving on and forget, because I'm not isn't my intention at all. But we all have a journey, and the only thing I tell for myself is I just try to keep going day by day. Sometimes it's minute by minute, but I do what I have to do. But right now I'm happy. I'm out of school. I don't have to worry about nothing. I'm done. She passed 3 years ago, and it was a tumor. It was a back apple, but it's slow to grow and not cancer. So I'm blessed. Absolutely. She passed 3 years ago. But you know what? You took care of your mother, and she knew that she loved you, just like my husband knew I loved him. I don't want to cry, but I'm sorry for your loss, hon. I am so sorry for your mom. But thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Rob, thank you for sharing. It takes a lot, and to say it out loud, because some people don't express it. Oh, what happened? Sorry, I got upset. But I didn't mean to do it. It was my thumb. But for you to acknowledge it and to talk about it, I think also when you do talk about it, it's a sort of healing. And even if it isn't a healing for you, just to talk about it, to be acknowledged, to hear it, I think it's important. I truly do. How are you doing? I'm doing good, Brenda. I'm doing very, very well. It says, Alice, up to you. Let me just see what's going on here. Okay, Far Hicker Aziz. I just want to tell you, I don't know who you are. And to come in my channel to say something like that is disgusting. But you know what? I'm not even going to acknowledge it, and I'm not going to erase it. I'll wait till I get home tonight, because I think you're just not worth my time. Honestly, I have never gotten $50 on anybody from YouTube. The only one I will say, there was one person that was very, very kind to me, and I love them, and they're part of my community. You're not. So I'm going to ignore you now. Alice says, Brenda, I hope you're doing okay. Brenda says, hi, Alice. And then Grippy, I'm not going to acknowledge that because that is disgusting. No, do me a favor, Ricky J. Cuddly Bear. I don't erase it right now because of the comments. But when I go home tonight, I look at everything. Don't even bother, because you know what? If you talk to them, you're giving them power, and they don't deserve power. The reason why I wait till I get home is I check out their channel, and then I ignore them. I'll delete them or whatever. And then I look to see who they have. If they have anybody else, I get rid of them all. So that's my only intention. So listen, if EllenSmile's smiling on the trolls, I don't care, because I know my truth. You know what I mean? I can go to bed tonight. We all can go to bed tonight, all happy, and go to bed and sleep. These are people that are very, very sad, that don't have anybody. And wouldn't be surprised if it was a child, if it was an adult. So we're good. I have Simply Debbie Sue. Hi, Ellen. How are you, hun? It says, yeah, for sure. They're just taking things a day at a time and remembering to breathe. Absolutely. So I understand what you are saying, and I'm glad that you came into my community. If you ever need to talk, and also to Alice, if you need to talk ever, I'm here always. And we are a group of people. We support each other. It doesn't have to be about death. It could be also about, a partner. It could be losing a job or something. This is a safe place. And Happy Tiger, thank you so much, honey, for the gift. To someone to cheapen it, that's what makes me crazy, is when people cheapen my channel. And there was someone on my channel that was scam. Well, they didn't scam because we caught it right away. One of my subscribers, Donna Designs, had told me that one of the scammers were on my channel, and they were pretending to be being me. But when you respond to somebody, it's in black. Like, you'll see the difference. Well, they were trying to say, like, why don't you donate to a church or something? And I had one of my other subscribers, he found out who it was, and we got the taken off within 3 days, 2 days. And it bothered me because my husband was sick with cancer. And to use my husband as an advertisement or to use me or for anything, it really got me really angry and excited. And I had to calm down, and I'm calmed down because now I do believe in the power of prayer. I do believe God will always protect me and will do the right thing. And these other people have their judgments, not me. It's nothing to do with me. So they got to do what they got to do. It's okay. It says losing a mother is hard. Losing a mother is hard, very, very hard, especially when you're young. Especially when you're young. I knew somebody went to school with, they lost their mother like in 4th or 5th grade. And that's hard. And it was funny because she had one, not funny, but later on when we were graduating, she was at prom. She won prom queen. It was a beautiful experience. She looked absolutely gorgeous. And I always remember those things. Those are the important things in life, you know. It says, I appreciate your kindness and empathy. Well, I got to be honest with you, taking care of my husband for 14 and a half years, everything that you thought you needed and the way you lived your life. When someone dies or someone changes your life because there's an illness, things come real clear, real crystal clear, real quick in what is really important in life. And that's what I learned. That's why sometimes I'm really calm. I'm hyper, but I'm calm. Like I get it. I get it. And I try to share that experience with people to be kind. And some people just don't get it. And I see it all the time. I see it in different places of where I go and what I do. And you can't teach anybody. It has to come within your heart. And if your heart is not there or if you're tarnished, you're not going to see it. So that's why I always say that I was always so blessed that we had this lesson when we were young in our 40s. Some people don't learn these lessons till they're 80, 90 years old. And they sit back and they say, oh, I should have done this. Well, I learned my lesson, so I'll always be kind. Anybody needs anything, I will always be there. Yeah, no, Richie, I could, but I'm not because they're not going to interrupt my next lives. I have it all set up. I'm good. Okay. I have it. We're good. Just me. It says human and kind. Be both. Exactly. And it doesn't matter. I don't care of the religion, race, color. Just be kind because all those groups, if you separate them, they're all going through something different and struggles. There is so many things going on in this world. And to show hate and everything else, I can't do, I cannot do, and I will not do. And I'm not going to talk politics. I'm not talking religion, but I'm just saying as a person, just be good, be kind. Alice says, I appreciate that. Okay, Fahir Aziz, I am irritated by you because you're a liar. And now that you're ruining my image, it's not cool. I don't like it. I'm going to ignore it. I'm just going to ignore it now because I'm going to get going. I've been here for 24 minutes. The words I appreciate you all for your kind words. I'm sorry I have to go, but I'm wishing you all have a blessed weekend. Happy Tiger 8. Thank you. Debbie Sue, this is true, Ellen. Yes. Gripey, you're not a supporter of mine. I have to admit, you are a troll, and I love the trolls. Trolls. Mwah. You have a blessed weekend, and I love you all. I'm trying to see if I can chill Will Crew. I'm not caught, Farrett. And you know what? Because if I was guilty, I would delete you, and I refuse to. You know why? I want everybody to see what kind of person you have. or you are. And I think that's it. Happy Tiger, Chill Crew. How are you, hun? I got some trolls in the house. In the house. But you know what? I'm happy. It's the weekend. Chill Crew. And I really can't walk. But I'm going, there's an RV thing going on. I was gonna go, but I don't know if I can walk. But I'm gonna have a blessed weekend and I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna do my video about Valentine's Day. And this will be the first Valentine's without Steve. But I am gonna go. And I love you. Mwah. To Gripey Foreskin and Farkir Aris, I wish you well. And I hope you find peace within yourselves. And God bless you all. Have a great night, people. I love you all. Mwah. Thank you so much.